Hi there, welcome to my channel where I take you on tours of unique homes and showcase stories of people living alternatively. In today's episode, we're taking a tour of a custom tiny home which took the owner over 15 years to plan out. But Lee's dream tiny home wasn't exactly in line with what her daughter wanted, at least at first.
My daughter always said, it's your dream, not mine. When you design the house, I'll probably never live there. Then the pandemic happened. My daughter moved in and she loves the house.
This home has a beautiful color-coordinated kitchen to match the exterior and is the ultimate home for bibliophiles. So stick around so we can show you how Lee incorporated a full-on library in this tiny space. And if you like videos like this where we showcase unique home tours, make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell because we publish a new episode every single week.
Hi, my name is Lee Moore and I want to share my tiny house, Anipo, with you. I was attracted to tiny living since I was very young. I remember that my first initial idea was to purchase a train car, but that was like in my early 20s. And then I had the opportunity to live on a boat. After we left the boat, it was very clear to me that I will go into tiny living, but I wanted to give my daughter a normal life. So it was 15 years that I had an idea of exactly what I want in my tiny house. And with what I have, I designed my house. The house, when I designed it, I knew that I wanted the metal sheets. And in between, I had a red wooden part that I had to replace about 2 years in because it got all rotten. And I just built recently this deck and the shade because the summers can be a killer here. So this keeps it cool. As you can see, the window, and I was lucky because I went to check on the builder and he forgot, although he had it in the plan, he forgot to move the window out. So while I was there, they pushed it and rebuilt the window. Otherwise, I would have a flat window and I wouldn't have the shelf where I have all my plants in the kitchen. I don't like air condition. I'm too European, as you said. I don't care for it, but I live in Florida. During the rain season, I can still have my windows open year-round, which is huge for me. This is my big window. It's just like my front door. Because I don't know if I'll always be in a place where I want the door on the other side, or this can be the main door to my house. It can be reversed. A very busy place in my house is my kitchen. I'm vegan and I eat mostly at home. I cook and everything is from the garden if possible. So I spend a lot of time here. I have all the stuff that I really need, especially when my daughter is here. She's a serious cook. This is just a regular range. Initially, I wanted a butcher block in the kitchen and it was beautiful, but it was not practical. When I designed the house, I really love these window shelves. This is like my happy place. I love doing dishes. I know a lot of people don't. This is meditation for me. The fridge worked out well. It's not a full size, but it's enough for me. Again, because I eat mostly fresh, I don't buy a lot of stuff. We have some food that we grow around my house and around neighbor's house. So last week I got a text from my neighbor, come over, I have too much of Mexican spinach. So I learned how to cook it and get the poison out and enjoy the food. I got a microwave that I never used, but part of being a minimalist, after you get something, you don't get rid of it. You don't just replace it because it doesn't work. You know, you find another use to it. So this is a cupboard, you know, I store things in it. I like to create stuff from existing things. So I created this lamp for tea bags. After I moved to the community here, we have a lake and we have all these gigantic shells. So I collected them with the moss from the trees and created this lamp. When I designed the house, I didn't want the stairs to go inside the door because the idea of these two doors are, if I'll move, this can be the entrance and it will move to the other side. So initially I had really large stairs and it was just too much. So I just went to, I think I found these pieces in the garbage and put them together, created these extra steps. So it's like, they're just easier to walk up and down. These pieces are from my daughter, my mom. Everything is memories here. I'm surrounded by love all day. I mean, I work from here, I live here, I love my house, and all I have is loving, positive energy, so I can't go wrong. Sleep is very important to me, so my room is very dark. It's a queen-size bed, both for me and my daughter. It just happened that this is like a box chair, and it's just really convenient. I like to work here sometimes. I like to write. It's just a different setup of sitting. Let me show you the rest of the house. This is the main room. This is my living room. Obviously, as you can see, and this is a very small library compared to what I had initially, but I said I cannot live without books. I grew up with that. This is always the background of my parents, my grandparents' houses, and I just needed this enrich me and makes me happy. So the bookshelf was the basic design. With the artwork and the books and what I already had, that's how I designed the house. My daughter always said, you know, Mom, go ahead. You know, it's like, it's your dream, not mine. When you design the house, I'll probably never live there. Because I kept saying, I'm going to design it for 2 bedrooms, so you'll have a space when you come from college. And then the pandemic happened. My daughter moved in and she loves the house. My daughter's room is upstairs. I'm trying not to go in, although she lives abroad. It's her private space and she's got her own things there, and I respect her privacy, so it's not for me to be there. My bathroom is behind this white door. Tiny, but perfect. If you ever lived in New York City, this is big. The shower is big enough for what I need. Inside the shower, I do have a Japanese soaking bath that I use when I train to half marathon like I do now. Otherwise, it's folded, it's under the sofa, and I don't see it till the next season. I have a bunch of mirrors here that some of them were given to me, some of them I found in the garbage. I love mirrors because they reflect more light. The laundry is here, although I never used it. When I designed the house, I didn't realize that in this community they don't want us to use it, and honestly, I prefer not to. I prefer to use a laundromat. So it's been here for 3.5 years. I can't use it as a cupboard, but I can use it as a shelf. So, ta-da! The only advice I have for people who want to live tiny is like design a house that is yours, and if unfortunately you have to work with a builder, make sure that the things that they offer you works for you. So many people I see live in spaces that are not right for them, and they cannot put the stuff that they want and love and connect to. I was lucky enough to build the house I designed. I know that a lot of people don't do that, but just make sure that you are part of the house. That's the only advice I can give to anyone.
Thanks for watching this week's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you soon with another unique home tour.